So today I'm going to give you a look into real life reality of being a nomad and living in a schoolie. So today is raining and I have a 5 kilowatt hour battery and 2,000 watts of solar on my roof. And it's been raining for 4 days. So you see my battery is down to 19%. I'm getting 500 watts of solar. I have no grid coming in, and my load is 103 watts. Now, everything on my bus is automated and has a smart plug connected to it. Right now, I only have my PC power strip, which is this outlet powered right now. It says my air fryer's on. Everything else is off. So that's why my load is only at 100 watts. For the next 2 days, 3 days, it's still going to be rainy and bad conditions. So right now, as we stand, with my fridge running, my Starlink running, all my stuff charging, I know that at 19% battery, it will be dead by tomorrow if I don't find some other form of electricity to supplement my solar system. So in my other video, you saw me run the generator at 20 amps and 15 amps because I only have a regular extension cord. So I have to go to Harbor Freight today and get a 30 amp power cord. And they're not cheap. They're around $50 to $100 for 25 feet. So I got to go pick one of those up today so we could see the full potential of my generator. I went to Harbor Freight and I ended up finding a generator cord, and I got it on sale for 35 bucks. They're usually $44 to $50 for a 25-foot 30 amp generator cord. But the problem is I got twist locks on my generator and my bus, so I have to do a little monster garage. So I'm going to cut this cord, and then the generator came with a build your own cord adapter. So basically I'll cut this, splice it in, then take the wire, cut this, splice it in. Then I have a bunch of electrical adapters, which you need on hand on the road, easily accessible because you never know. Torch for heat shrinks, wire strippers, heat shrinking tube, and I like to use pipe cutters. And as you can see, it's starting to rain again, and that's the reason why I'm low on electricity. That rain is so cold. To move this operation inside the bus. So first things first, let's chop this bad boy off. See what we're working with. See? Nice clean cut when you use pipe cutters. So you got your 3 colors: black, white, green. So that is your earth ground, that is your hot, and that is your neutral. Nice clean cut. Now you gotta take all the shielding off. Separate your wires. Now you just want to trim all this shielding off. Now it's nice to have a pair of these handy dandy wire strippers, because you could literally just, see, popping off like that. So simple. It saves you so much time and effort. I used to do it by scissors and razor blades. This one's I broke because the spring, there was a spring in the back of it and I broke the spring off. All the wires exactly the same in the wire loom, so it doesn't matter what end you cut off, but you probably want to save yourself a couple of feet just in case you want to use this, use that cord in the future. And as you can see, same colors as this. You pretty much just match them up. Terminate. Do the same thing on the extension cord. That spring missing really screws me up. There you go. Now you want to get, this is a double-ended termination, but these are heat shrinkable. And it's nice to have a tool like this so you can crimp the wires professionally. Make sure you put your heat shrink over the wire first. Then pretty much do the other end. Feed it in there. I gotta get this. Then you just feed it in there. Then you crimp this side. There we go. That was a good crimp. And you can see, can't pull them apart. And that's what you want. Now, I'm going to grab your handy dandy torch. Now, give that a second because this plastic will harden. Now it's all done up. And now we slide this. Now, even though I put heat shrink on there, I still like to wrap it in electrical tape. I said it's not pretty, it's not beautiful, but I'm saving $30 to $50. And I can live with it. In case you're ever doing one of these universal 30 amp lock plugs, just make sure that you put the casing first, because then this connects to it, this slides onto it, and then there's little wings that hold the cord down here on the back. And I will show you the way that this should be wired up so you don't cook your wires. So, on a 30 amp lock connector, this one with the little prong, I guess you could say, on the side right there, that is your ground. Earth, green. Next one right here is your white, which is neutral. And this top one is your black, which is hot. Pretty much you feed the wires in there. Turn these to the right, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and it will tighten the wires down on the back of this universal adapter. This comes with the generator and there you have it, a homemade 30 amp cord. Now we'll plug this into the bus. It locks so it can't come loose. Then we're going to take this end and plug it into our maXpeedingrods MXR 4000 to the 30 amp plug, which is located right there. And you can't put it in wrong because it has the lock feature. And hit the turn the on button on. Now I got the generator fired up. Since I left and went to the store, my battery charged to about 49%. But with the generator on, now I'm pulling in 36% an hour. My load is 178 watts. Solar, I'm getting 259 watts. And the generator is pulling in almost 2,000 watts. My battery is getting charged at 1,700 watts. And this is why you need a backup generator for your solar system. Now I got the inverter dialed in a little bit more. I was testing from the 20 amp range to the 30 amp range because the inverter is controlling how much wattage it's pulling from the generator, because the generator pretty much reads what are you taking. It's like a smart generator, and the generator is like, I need this many amps. So now I finally have my EG4 3000 inverter set to 30 amps to pull in 30 amps. At 30 amps, it's pulling in 2165 watts. With the 300 watts of solar, now my battery is charging at 40% an hour. So basically, when I top off my battery, you look at it as a 5 kilowatt battery with the amount of electronics that I have. One battery equals one night. During the day, you might have all the solar in the world when it comes to panels, but one battery equals one night. Air conditioners, cooking your food, refrigerators, Starlink, and charging all your appliances. Now we're going to see how much fuel consumption that a generator uses. So after letting the generator run for pretty much an entire tank, you get about 4 hours off of one tank. And it's a 1 gallon tank for this MXR 4000 GT. But it was still able to top off my solar batteries, which is the whole main reason for this generator, is emergency and really bad overcast weeks and months that we have throughout the year. So just a rundown. In the future, if you're ever planning on doing a solar system on whatever rig or even your house that you have, 5 kilowatts equals 5,000 watts. So this runs at 1,800 watts, an air fryer. So at 1,800 watts, you would use 1,800 watts an hour with this. These 5,000 BTU air conditioners use 600 watts. So 600 watts for this air conditioner, 600 watts for this air conditioner. My Instapot uses 800 watts. My rice cooker uses 800 watts. Ice maker, pretty much 300 watts. Griddle, it varies between 1,600 watts and 1,800 watts. Then you have all your little trinkets like your lights. These are all on a 12 volt system. So they subtract 12 volts, but at a particular amount of amperage, which is a lot more crazy maths. Then one of my biggest draws that I have is my 10-gallon electric water heater underneath the sink. And this, most of the time, I only like to turn on during peak solar time, because this thing could draw up to 2,300 watts, which is a lot of electricity for smaller solar systems. Now that my laptop, when it's using the video card that's built into the keyboard, uses about 100 watts. Most of the time at idle, it's about 80 watts. The monitor, believe it or not, for as big as this monitor is, it's pretty much a 34-inch wide monitor, curved. This thing only uses 35 watts. So I had a TV in here, a 60-inch Samsung. It used almost 300 watts. So it would deplete my battery so quick. So in conclusion to this video, make sure you can pick yourself up a backup generator to supplement your solar system. Because even the biggest and most expensive solar systems, you are most likely gonna run out of battery. And if your bus or rig is designed like mine is, I don't have propane. Everything is 100% electric. And this bus is completely 100% off grid now. I hope this information helps you. Peace out, and I will catch you on the flip side.